भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So we are studying Upashama Prakarana 78, and we have seen that Yoga Vasishtha says that the world is projection of mind. Your mind only creates the world, and the activities of mind have been named as Chitta Spanda. Vibrations of the mind creates the illusion of the world. Why there are vibrations in mind? One of the reasons is prana spanda. Vibrations of prana create the vibrations of mind. And then we saw that in the beginning he told that there are two ways to really eliminate the mind or silence the mind, or what they call it chittanasha. चित्तनाश के दो उपाय बताए गए हैं। योगस्तद वृत्तिरोधो ही ज्ञानम सम्यग वेक्षणम द्वे क्रमे चित्तनाशस्य। तो चित्तनाश के दो उपाय है। एक योग का उपाय जो चित्तवृत्ति निरोध का उपाय है, और वो दूसरा ज्ञान का उपाय, दैट इज द पाथ ऑफ इंक्वायरी। एंड इन दिस चैप्टर वी आर सीइंग द फर्स्ट पाथ, दैट इज द पाथ ऑफ योग। Okay, so that is what we have seen last time. And then how to really bring about cessation of चित्त स्पंद। चित्त स्पंद का निरोध किस प्रकार किया जाता है, और प्राण स्पंद किस प्रकार हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं या समाप्त कर सकते हैं, so that we can go for चित्त स्पंद. So that was the question which was asked by Rama in stanza number 17, which we did last time. And now we are going to see Vasishtha's answer. वशिष्ठ जो अभी बता रहे हैं, तो फ्रॉम 18 onwards different type of sadhanas have been given. श्लोक 18 के बाद अलग अलग साधनाएं बताई गई है। किसके लिए? प्राण स्पंद निरोध के लिए। प्राण स्पंद निरोध किस लिए? चित्त स्पंद निरोध के लिए। So in order to silence the mind, we are going to have different types of upaya, different types of methods. So we start with shloka number 18. वसिष्ठ उवाच शास्त्र सज्जन संपर्क वैराग्याभ्यास योगतः अनास्थायां कृतास्थायां पूर्व संसार वृत्तिषु। फर्स्ट उपाय फॉर व्हाट? फॉर प्राणस्पंद निरोध। अनास्थायां कृतास्थायां पूर्व संसार वृत्तिषु। पूर्व संस्कार के कारण जो जगत से आसक्ति पैदा हुई है, जिस चीज के प्रति आसक्ति पैदा हुई है, उससे विरक्त हो जाना। We have to detach from all sorts of attachments which we have created in the world because of the previous impressions on the chitta. अनास्थायाम कृतास्थायाम पूर्व संसार वृत्तिषु। पहले से संसार के तरफ हमारा झुकाव है, संस्कार संसार के ओर हमारी आसक्ति है, सांसारिक चीजों के बारे में हम सोचते हैं. So we are attached to our house, we are attached to our family, we are attached to the world outside, and we are attached to the world inside. We are attached to our body, we are attached to our senses, we are attached to our intellect and mind. This is our inner world. So lot of attachment to the inner world as well as outer world. That attachment has to be slowly given up. Okay. How we'll give up? शास्त्र सज्जन संपर्क वैराग्य अभ्यास योगता. So by studying the scriptures, shastra, then sajjana samparka, we have to be in contact with those people who are doing sadhana. जो सज्जन लोग है, संत साधु, इन इनकी इनके पास जाना, उनके पास बैठना, उनका सत्संग करना. You know, if you stay in an ashram like that, where there are saints and sages who are doing meditation and who are practicing yoga and other things, your pranaspanda nirodha will come about. You will find very calm and quiet. And this is something which we might have experienced. अगर आप कभी किसी शिविर में गए हैं, किसी आश्रम में गए हैं और 8-10 दिन रुके हुए हैं, तो आपका ऐसा अनुभव आता है कि जैसे घर में हमको बेचैन हो जाते हैं, बहुत सारे तान तनाव रहते हैं. वो आश्रम में जाने के एक प्रकार से शांत लगता है हमको. क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ द सज्जन संपर्क. वी आर इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ दोज पीपल who are really doing lot of sadhana. So such sadhana and even reading the scriptures. Right now also we are reading the scripture, Yoga Vasishtha itself. You may read Bhagavad Gita, you may read Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and there are so many scriptures. Whatever scripture you like, if you are reading it, such reading which is known as स्वाध्याय. तो किसी भी ग्रंथ का आप अध्ययन करते हैं, as if it is your sadhana के रूप में. It should not be only for intellectual satisfaction. You should read with all focusing. That will really bring about a change in प्राणस्पंद निरोध. उससे भी प्राणस्पंद निरोध हो जाएगा. And then of course अभ्यास वैराग्य भ्याम. So this is what we have learned in Bhagavad Gita. This is what we have learned in पातंजलि योग सूत्रास. चित्तवृत्ति का निरोध कैसा हो जाता है? अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तन निरोधा. That is what Patanjali Yoga Sutra says. In Bhagavad Gita also, अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येन च कुर्यते. Abhyasa, continuous practice. Practice of what? Practice of yoga, practice of meditation, or it may be bhakti yoga, whatever sadhana you are doing, continuity in that sadhana itself. And more vairagya, more and more detachment to everything. And that brings about pranaspanda nirodha. Now we shall say that how, if we are sitting with holy people and if we are reading scripture, how pranaspanda nirodha will come? वो प्राणस्पंद का क्या संपर्क है? That is because if the mind quiets down, prana also quiets down. If the mind is fast, you know what is happening. For mental activity, the energy that comes, it comes from prana shakti only. It is only the prana shakti which energizes the mind. So if we are excited, if we are emotional, where from that energy will come? It will come from prana shakti only. And lot of energy is drained out through useless thinking, through emotional upsurges, काम क्रोध लोभ मोह. इससे प्राण शक्ति का निर्गमन बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. Useless talking, gupshup, and even watching the TV, watching the serials, And particularly in serials also, it's not that you should avoid TV at all. Suppose if you are listening to Ramayana, Mahabharata and some spiritual programs, then it is like Shastra Samparka only. You know. But if we are watching some movies in which there are a lot of murders and all, there is excitement. And that excitement gives rise to lot of diffusion of the vital energy and vital forces. जितना मन अशांत होगा, जितना मन चंचल होगा, उतना प्राण शक्ति का निर्गमन ज्यादा से ज्यादा होगा. So that is what is told here. So regular reading of scriptures, regularly trying to be in contact with holy people, सत्संग, और फिर अभ्यास वैराग्य तो प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी, ज्यादा से ज्यादा वैराग्य प्राप्त करना पड़ेगा. So all those are upayas which are told in 18th stanza. And now like that, so many you will find sadhanas have been told. Now let us go to 19. Yatha abhivanchita dhyanat chiram ekatayoditat ekatatva ghanabhyasat pranaspando niruddhate. So this pranaspando niruddhate, it is repeated in the rest of the many stanzas. प्राणस्पंदो निरुद्धते, प्राण स्पंद का निरोध इस उपाय से हो जाता है, ऐसा उनका कहना है. These are all the methods to bring about cessation of vibrations of प्राण. प्राण स्पंद निरोध के ये उपाय. तो कौन सा? यथा अभिवांछित ध्यानात्. ध्यान सबसे बड़ा उपाय है. The greatest and the most important and the highest type of pranayama is done through meditation. For many of the yoga students, this will be surprising because we are acquainted with the pranayama in which somehow or the other breathing is involved. But even more than that, if you are meditating, if you are silencing the mind, because chitta spanda nirodha comes, prana spanda nirodha automatically comes. Now, yatha abhivanchita dhyanat means meditation as per your liking. This is also one of the techniques which has been told by Patanjali. चित्त प्रसादन के उपाय जो पतंजलि ने बताया है, उसमें से एक उपाय ये भी है, यथा अभिमत ध्यानाद्वा. That means meditation as per your liking. You find out what is that on which you can meditate very easily. Whether you can just meditate on, let us say, your breathing, just inhaling, exhalation, just feel. This is anapanasati, which is given before vipassana. Just breath awareness itself is a very great meditation which can be done anywhere and everywhere. Vipassana, of course, we know that is another very important type of meditation. You can have mantra japa, another kind of meditation. You can have omkara dhyana, another type of meditation. Or you can be just watching your own thoughts. Sakshi bhava. That is another type of meditation. Or just meditation on Ishta Devata. Whatever is your, if you love Krishna, you are meditating on Krishna or Rama or any other such deity which is called as Ishta Devata. आपकी जो प्रिय भगवान है, शिव हो, विष्णु हो या कौन सा भी, उस पर ध्यान आप कर सकते हैं, मंत्र जप कर सकते हैं. So you choose whatever meditation is for your liking. Okay, यथा अभिवांछित ध्यानात्, जो आपके इच्छा के अनुसार ध्यान करो, लेकिन एक तत्व अभ्यास करो. Meditating on one principle, एक तत्व घनाभ्यासात्. Okay, practicing meditation on one principle, intense meditation on one principle. for very long time. So that is what you have to do. Okay. So these are two upayas which has been told. So Ekatattva Abhyas, again, practice of one principle. You are focusing on one principle. So some of the one principle activities are like music, like art. So you will find that artists and musicians or even the scientists, they are very focused type of. There is somebody wants to ask question. Anybody wants to ask something? Anyway, I thought because there was some conversation or somebody might have
तो
kept.
सुरेश जी आप म्यूट पे रहिए, 4-5 बार अनम्यूट हो गए आप।
हाँ
सॉरी,
तो
कंटिन्यू सर।
hello, I am audible or not?
यस सर।
हाँ, okay. So musicians and artists and scientists, they in a way they also have ekatattva abhyasa. They also have ekatattva abhyasa. They are practicing one principle. They are after that. But really speaking, ekatattva abhyasa should turn you inward. You know, if you want to really walk on the spiritual path, you should choose one principle which can. So if you are meditating on the heart or chidakasha or between the eyebrows, that will be really ekatattva abhyasa from yogic point of view. So जैसी आपकी इच्छा है उसके उसके अनुसार आप ध्यान करो या एकतत्व अभ्यास करो. So that is what is told in 19. Then let us go to 20. पूरकादीनि जायायाम दृढ़ाभ्यासे अखेदजात एकांत ध्यान संयोगात प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. The practice of puraka, you can practice only puraka also, only inhalation, or puraka adi nijabhyasa. Puraka and other type of pranayams which we know. It can be Nadi Shuddhi, it can be Sitali, Shitkari, Brahmari, or even simple, you can say, practice of Puraka alone, okay, is also. But the most important which is Dhrudabhyasa, it should be continued practice. Akhedajat, it should be relaxed type of practice. Akhedajat is a very important word. Tanav Rahita Purak. Without any stress. Effortless type of Purak. That is what, or any pranayam for that matter. There should not be या पूरक या इतर प्राणायामों का दृढ़ाभ्यास, नियमित अभ्यास और उसको जोड़कर ध्यान, एकांत ध्यान संयोगात. प्राणायाम के साथ अगर आप ध्यान करेंगे तो वो ज्यादा इफेक्टिव होता है, ऐसा ये श्लोक बता रहा है. सो यू डू पूरक एंड यू मेडिटेट ऑन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इनहेलेशन इटसेल्फ or any other pranayam. See how you are inhaling, you go along with the breath and come out along with the breath. Meditation on the process of breathing itself. So एकांत ध्यान संयोगात प्राणस्पंदो निरोधते. तो पूरक और अदर प्राणायाम का अभ्यास और उसके साथ ध्यान करो, then प्राणस्पंद निरोध will come. Now next, so these are the different techniques. Now what Vasishtha is saying, amongst all these techniques, you choose your technique. बहुत सारे साधनाएं बताई जा रही है, आप देखो आपको कौन सा अच्छा लगता है, वो साधना आप you should really do that साधना as a दृढ़ाभ्यास, नियमित रूप से. और ऐसा मतलब नहीं है कि कभी ये करो कभी वो करो कभी वो करो. Actually speaking, the best way is you try everything in the beginning if you want. You try meditation, you try pranayam, you try japa, all that. But then fix something which is to your heart. something with which you are very comfortable, something which you can practice for very long time without break, and then stick to that. You have to stick to that. साधना का मतलब यह है कि आप दीर्घ काल नैरंतर्य ऐसी साधना करना चाहिए. So let us go to 21, where now the Omkara meditation has been told. So ओंकारोच्चारण प्रांत शब्द तत्वानुभावात सुषुप्ते संविदो जाते प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. So chanting of Om and meditation on its meaning. So these are certain things which we have also learnt in Yoga Sutras, because this is Yoga Marga which he is describing. So you will find very close relationship. Tad japaha tadartha bhavanam. That is what Patanjali says. So same thing now. Omkara ucharana pranta shabda tatvanubhavat. So not only chanting the Om mechanically, but meditate on the meaning of Om. Now what is the meaning of Om? Om represents Brahman. Om represents Ishvara. Om is really Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. Om is the name of the Lord. And if you want to call somebody, how do you call him? You utter his name. You utter his name in order to call him, in order to invoke him. So if you are chanting Om, आपकी भावना कैसी हो रही है? मैं ईश्वर को बुला रहा हूं, मैं ईश्वर को पुकार रहा हूं. That should be your meditation, that I am calling God, I am invoking God. How? By chanting his name, which is ओंकार. ओंकार के माध्यम से मैं ईश्वर की प्रार्थना कर रहा हूं. So that is what is said here. So that is what is meant by meditation on the meaning of Om. Chant Om, not mechanically, but meditating on its meaning. Sushupto savvido jate pranaspando niruddhate. Then what happens? The distractions will be over. Samvit, your awareness of the other world, of the other distractions will go to sleep. That means you will not be aware of any other thing which is going on around. And that is how pranaspanda nirodha can occur. So Omkara Dhyana is also one of the methods of pranaspanda nirodha. Okay, let us go to 22. रेचके नूनम अभ्यस्ते प्राणे स्फारे खमागते न स्पृश्यति अंगरंध्राणि प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. So now practice of Rechak only. Rechak exhalation. Even if you can concentrate on Rechaka. So previously only Puraka you can practice, only Rechaka you can practice. But how that Rechaka? As if prane sphare khamagate. When the Rechak is, when you are doing Rechaka, you should feel that the prana shakti is actually, it is उसका विलय हो रहा है आकाश में. It is getting merged into the infinity or the sky or the space. So Rechake, when we are breathing out, where the breathing stops and where there is nothingness, वो शून्य अवस्था आती है. उसको ही ख means the space, means शून्य अवस्था. Enjoy the state of nothingness which comes after Rechaka. रेचक के बाद जो शून्य अवस्था, कुंभकावस्था भी उसको कहते हैं, बाह्य कुंभक भी उसको कह सकते हैं, लेकिन वो अपने आप आने वाला है. It is not something which effort. Okay, so and then for that what you have to do, न स्पृश्यति अंगरंध्राणि. When you are breathing out, the breath should not touch your nostrils or the inner part of your nose. नाक की जो त्वचा है उसको स्पर्श न करता हुआ रेचक होना चाहिए. That means you should breathe out very slowly. If you breathe fast, you can feel the touch of breath at the tip of your nose. You can feel the breath even in the inner part of your nose. You should not feel that as if it is not touching the skin inside. न स्पृश्यति अंगरंध्राणि. वो अंदर का जो नाक का जो चमड़ी है उसको स्पर्श नहीं कर रहा है वो वायु. दैट मीन्स वेरी स्लोली यू आर गोइंग टू ब्रीथ. ऐसा अगर रेचक किया और शून्य आकाश के साथ संपर्क किया, प्राणस्पंदो निरुद्धते. दैट विल रियली ब्रिंग अबाउट प्राणस्पंद निरोध. देन ओनली पूरक. पूरके नूनम अभ्यस्ते. वी आर 23. पूरके नूनम अभ्यस्ते पुराद्रि पुराद्रि घन स्थिते. पुराद गिरि घन स्थिते. पुराद गिरि घन स्थिते is a very beautiful term which is used here. Purad Giri means parvata. Giri means the mountain. So just as cloud rests on the mountain, जो मेघ होता है ना वैसे बहता रहता है sky, it floats in the sky, but when the mountain comes, it rests on the mountain. Like that, the Puraka should be a very restful thing which should come after Puraka. Purakam Nunam Abhyaste Purad गिरि घन स्थिते. जिस प्रकार विश्रांति लेता है मेघ गिरि शिखर पर, इस प्रकार पूरक के बाद भी प्राण विश्रांति लेना चाहिए. प्राणे प्रशांत संचारे प्राणस्पंदो निरुद्धते. So the practice of puraka or breathing intends to feel inside as the cloud fills the sky, and then the breathing being stopped, the vibrations are stopped also. So here what is why that real simile has been given. जिस प्रकार मेघ पर्वत शिखर पर विश्रांति लेता है, ऐसा पूरक के बाद प्राण स्पंद विश्रांत हो जाना चाहिए अपने भीतर में. That is what. That means pranayama should be done very slowly and it should be in a very relaxed. That is emphasized here, really speak. So we have seen Rechak, we have seen Purak, and now on in 24 we are seeing Kumbhaka. कुंभके कुंभवत कालम अनंतम परितिष्ठति अभ्यासात स्तंभिते प्राणे प्राणस्पंदो निरुद्धते. उसको कुंभक क्यों कहा है? जैसा कुंभ होता है ना, like a pot, and in pot you pour water and water remains there. Stambhita, the water becomes very still. If you keep that kumbha somewhere, then water will become still. Exactly like that, in kumbhaka sthiti, prana will become still inside. कुंभके कुंभवत कालम अनंतम परितिष्ठति अभ्यासात स्तंभिते प्राणे. स्तंभित हो जाता है प्राण, शांत हो जाता है प्राण. प्राणस्पंदो निरुद्धते. So then the practice of kumbhaka or suppression of the breath, the air is shut up in closed vessel. Just as air is shut up in closed vessel, it will not move. Like that, prana will not move. That means pranaspanda nirodha. If prana moves, pranaspanda will start, and then that will lead to chittaspanda. So that is how through kumbhaka, you can, so these are, we can say 20, 21, 22, 23, they have told about pranayamic practices for bringing about cessation of प्राणस्पंद. प्राणस्पंद निरोध के लिए प्राणायाम बताया गया है 20 से लेकर 24 तक. Now some other type of sadhana has been told. So now we come to 25. Talu mulagatam yatna jivva hrudayakrama gantikam urdhvarandhra gate prane pranaspando nirudyate. So somewhat like Kechari mudra has been described here and in other verses also, some different type of thing. So talu mulagatam yatna jivva hrudayakrama gantikam. Gantikam means if you open your jaws, inside there is a small tongue. मराठी में हम लोग उसको पड़जीभ ऐसा बोलते हैं. You can say it is a kind of it looks like a bell, ghantikam. It looks like a bell which is there in our throat, inside the throat, small thing. So what you have to do, you have to pass, you have to just turn your tongue inward and little upward, and touching that small bell-like, you can say small tongue inside the throat, padjiva, and then push it forward. And what will happen then? Then ऊर्ध्वर अंध्रगते प्राणे, वहां से जो प्राण ऊपर की ओर जा रहा है, ब्रह्मरंध्र की ओर जा रहा है, उसको रोकना है. उसको रोकने से प्राणस्पंद का निरोध हो जाता है. सो तालु मूलगताम यत्नात् जिह्वा हृदय क्रमा. सो you are going to really the tongue is to be turned inwards and upwards through the throat, and then touch the bulb like thing or bell like thing which is there. So afterwards the tongue being carried to the orifice of the palate and the tip being attached to the guttural bulb or the nodule, जिसको हम लोग परजीव बोलते हैं, जो small tongue which is, if you open the mouth completely you will find in the throat. Okay, so there will prevent the vibrations of breathing. So there ब्रह्मरंध्र की ओर जाने वाला जो प्राण होता है वो it stops. Something like Khechari mudra, but that's a Khechari mudra is described again some other time also after some time. So that is one of the reasons. So what happens really is that they say in other textbooks, they say that when the tongue goes like that, there is some sort of nectar which is coming from the Agya Chakra, and it touches the tongue. In Jnaneshwari, Santa Jnaneshwar describes that Chandramrutache tale. Tatra Chandramrutache tale. That means there is some sort of, you can say, near the Agya Chakra, that means behind this particular point, there is some sort of nectar which is there, which we are not feeling right now. But if the tongue is pushed backwards and upwards, it gets that nectar. And it is such a divine taste that at once all the mental activities will stop. That is what the yogis say. कि वो अमृतपान अगर कर सके हम, तो मन की गतिविधि पूरी तरह से रुक जाते हैं. इतना वो आनंदमय होता है, वो अमृतपान इतना आनंदमय होता है कि मन बिल्कुल शांत हो जाता है और प्राणस्पंदन निरोध हो जाता है. That is one of the things which have been told. Now let us go to 26. समस्त कलनोन्मुखे न कंचित नाम सूक्ष्मखे ध्यानात् संविधि लीनायाम प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. Again the mind getting rid of all the flights of fancy. समस्त कलनान्मुखे, सारे विकार अगर मन के दूर हो गए, कलना, all the distractions of the mind being stopped. Okay, न किंचिन नाम सूक्ष्मखे, and and becoming as vacant as empty. K means the sky, becoming as empty as the sky. This is teaching the emptiness of mind. मन आसमान की तरह, गगन की तरह एकदम खाली हो जाना चाहिए. Just as the space is vacuity, the mind should be completely empty mind. How the mind will become empty? If all the vikaras, that means the thinking, feeling, and remembering, and all the activities of the mind, they stop. That is called samasta kalanan mukte. ये सारे मन की जो गतिविधियां हैं, उनसे अगर हम मुक्त हो गए तो फिर मन पूरा खाली हो जाता है. माइंड विल बिकम एम्प्टी. ध्यानात संविति लीनायाम, फिर ध्यान ऐसा लग जाता है, बिकॉज इफ देयर इज नो एक्टिविटी ऑफ द माइंड, देयर इज दैट इज टोटल साइलेंस ऑफ द माइंड. ध्यानम निर्विषयम मनः, मन अगर निर्विषय हो गया तो वही ध्यान स्थिति है. और ऐसा अगर हो गया तो प्राण स्पंदो निरुद्धते. सो दिस इज टीचिंग द एम्प्टीनेस ऑफ द माइंड थ्रू and going towards a state like samadhi. And there the when mind is in samadhi, there is no pranaspanda at all. All these are different techniques for pranaspanda nirodha. Now another thing is which is told in 27, द्वादशांगुल पर्यन्ते नासाग्रे विमलांबरे संवित सदृशी प्रशाम्यन्ताम प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. Now this is something which you find in Ushunda Upakhyana as well. That is the another 25th chapter, which we may or may not take. I do not know right now. But there it tells that when you breathe out, from the tip of the nose at a distance of 12 fingers, Dvadashangula Paryante. From the tip of the nose, if you measure 12 fingers distance, at this distance, the outgoing air stops at this distance. उसको 12 उंगली कहो या 12 इंच कहो. If you want, for simple thing, we can say 12 inches, but actually it is Dvadashangula Paryante. If you measure 12 fingers after this, so at a distance of 12 fingers, where the outgoing air automatically stops, there is Shunyakasha. So when yogis meditate on that Shunyakasha, Dvadashankula Paryante, Nasikagra ki Vimalambare, Vimala Ambara, Ambara means Akash. Vimalambare means Shuddha Akasha, empty space, totally emptiness, totally Shunyakasha. तो वो शून्याकाश में ध्यान करना. So you have to meditate at a distance of 12 inches or 12 fingers from the tip of the nose, where there is the shunyakasha, where there is nothingness. And if you do that, samvidrushi prashamyantam pranaspando niruddhate. All the activities of the mind will stop at once if you meditate on that shunya akasha. This is another method. And then pranaspando niruddhate. Then there will not be any pranaspanda at all. So this is another beautiful method which is given. And now again in 28 we are finding the Khechari Mudra. अभ्यासात ऊर्ध्वरंध्रेण तालूर्ध्व द्वादशांतके प्राणे गलित संवृत्ते प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. Moreover, the practice of stretching the tongue to the distance of 12 inches above the palate and sticking the tip of it to the cavity called Brahmarandhra serves to make one unconscious of itself, himself. So that means पूर्ण लय हो जाता है. So this Khechari Mudra in Hatha Yoga and other टेक्स्ट वेरी वेल डिफाइंड खेचरी मुद्रा। तो खेचरी मुद्रा करने के पहले बहुत महीनों तक दे से जिह्वा दोहन करना पड़ता है, यानी जीभ को ऐसा खींचते जाना है बहुत। सो जो जो लीब जीभ है लंबी लंबी हो जाती है। एंड द ट्रेडिशन ऑफ द खेचरी मुद्रा टेल्स दैट दिस particular contact between the lower jaw and the tongue, there is a contact inside that is to be cut slowly and slowly. Okay, actually they cut it with sharp blade or something like that, and they go on pulling the tongue outside. Go on practicing. It may take years for you. So when you pull the tongue like that, after some 1 year or so, the tongue will become so long that it can touch the tip of your nose. नासिकाग्र तक हो जाती है। फिर धीरे धीरे और खींचते जाइए, इट इज नॉट इनफ। देन धीरे धीरे भ्रू मध्य तक बाहर अगर जीभ आई तो बाहर से वो भ्रू मध्य तक पहुंच सकती है। इतना जिह्वा दोहन करना है। And then finally they tell that from outside it should come up to this level where Brahmarandra is actually, they say that there is a hole right in the crown, which is in a very small child, you can really feel that hole. If you put oil, you can see even the vibrations there. छोटा बच्चा होता है ना, यहाँ आप अगर तेल डालेंगे तो आपको पता चलता है कि यहाँ से वो एब्सॉर्ब हो रहा है। उसको ब्रह्मरंध्र कहते हैं। तो योगी लोग क्या करते हैं, नाउ द ब्रह्मरंध्र विल गेट क्लोज आफ्टर सम टाइम, बट इफ द प्राण शक्ति गोज अप टू ब्रह्मरंध्र, the individual consciousness meets the universal consciousness at that ब्रह्मरंध्र। ब्रह्मरंध्र पार करने के बाद वैयक्तिक चेतना वैश्विक चेतना में लय हो जाती है। दैट इज वाई ब्रह्मरंध्र से ऊपर जाना है। That is what they say. Okay, so that is what they do through Pechari Mudra. So when your tongue is elongated like that, they turn the tongue inside and through the palate they push it upwards and reach Brahmarandra from upwards, from inside. मतलब जीभ को गले के अंदर ले जाके ऊपर ले जाके ब्रह्मरंध्र तक वो ले जाते हैं। And when they are able to touch that, it is called Khechari. Why that mudra is called Khechari mudra? Khecharati iti Khechari. Kha means Akash. Akash symbolizes infinite consciousness. Khecharati means one who roams in infinite consciousness. जो अनंत आकाश में भ्रमण कर रहा है। अनंत आकाश में जो भ्रमण कर सकता है वो करने के लिए उपयुक्त मुद्रा यानी खेचरी मुद्रा। That is why it is called खेचरी मुद्रा. Okay, so that is what the practice which is given. It is a very intricate type of practice, and only the great masters they can teach that practice, and it takes years together and lot of observances. It is not easy thing, but they do it. They do खेचरी mudra. So that is one of the methods which is told in shloka number 28. Then let us go till further 29. भ्रू मध्ये तारका लोक शांतवंत उपागते चेतने केतने बुद्धे प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. So the eyesight being lifted and fixed in the cavity between the eyebrows, जिसको भ्रू मध्य दृष्टि ऐसा कहा जाता है. So at the point between the eyebrows, which is known as Ajna Chakra, and yogis say that if you focus Bhru Madhya Drishti, you focus at this particular point, and steady on those points, then there is a kind of jyoti, there is a flame there. And if you are able to see that flame, at once there will be samadhi state. वो समाधि में चला जाता है. So the eyesight being lifted upwards and fixed in the cavity between the eyebrows exhibits the light of the light of the intellect in the form of flame. So many yogis say that you can really see the flame between the eyebrows and it stops the vibrations of breath. So dhyana on the point between the eyebrows. And this also in the bracket he has written, this is called Khechari Mudra and practiced by all intelligent men. This is also known as Khechari Mudra. Why? Because with that also you can have infinite consciousness. You can go towards infinite consciousness. Khecharati. You will have infinite consciousness like the sky, like the space. That is why he has mentioned that this is also known as Khechari Mudra 29. Now we come to 30. झटित्येव यदुद्भूतं ज्ञानं तस्मिन् दृढाश्रिते असंशिष्टा विकल्पांशे प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. So all of a sudden he will have that knowledge which was not there before. झटित्येव यदुद्भूतं ज्ञानं तस्मिन् दृढ़ा, एकदम सा ज्ञान हो जाता है सृष्टि से. So it is you can, in a way, it is not really accidental, but we can say accidental enlightenment. All of a sudden, something in the world, some happening in the world outside, he gets enlightened because of that. So, no soon does the spiritual light dawn over the soul, the mind is steadfastly fixed to it without any intermixture of the dualism. So, अचानक ज्ञान प्राप्ति हो जाती है किसी किसी को. असल में वो अचानक होती नहीं है. जैसा बताता है कि रामकृष्ण परमहंस, he had the first experience of samadhi when he was only 8 years old. You know, when Ramakrishna Paramahansa was only 8 years old, young boy, he was walking in the fields, green fields, paddy fields. He was walking inside the fields. And then it all became very dark. काली घटा छा गई. गगन में पूरी काली घटा छा गई. काले मेघ आ गए and everything became dark. And he looked up toward the sky. And at that same time, white cranes flew across the black sky. बहुत सफेद हंस पक्षी वहां से उनकी कतार चली गई. White cranes passed. When he saw this sight, he went into ecstasy. He went into samadhi. You know. Now this is what jhatityeva means. अचानक उनको ये मालूम ही नहीं है वो समाधि में चले गए. He lost his body consciousness. He fell down. In fact, the people, when his mother and others came in search of him, when they found that he is lying unconscious in the green fields, they took him to the doctor. They thought that this is an attack of epilepsy or something like that. उसको कुछ मिर्गी आ गई क्या, उसके लिए गिर गए क्या, ऐसा लगा उनको. And they took him to the doctor. Doctor examined. Doctor said that there is absolutely nothing wrong with this child. And then again, at the age of 11, he had another ecstasy, which everybody saw. That was on the Shivaratri, when he was involved in Shiva Puja and others. And there one drama party came. Shiva Leela करने के लिए उनके गांव में कामारपुर में एक बहुत बड़ी नाटक पार्टी आई थी जो शिव लीला करने वाली थी. और that time there were no TVs and other cinema theaters, no other entertainment at all. So once in a year वो शिवलीला होगी. तो इतने उत्साही थे वो गांव में, बाकी से गांव से भी हजारों लोग आए हुए थे देखने के लिए शिवलीला. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसा हुआ, वो शिव का जो पाठ करने वाला था वो बीमार हो गया अचानक. And because he became ill, now they said, how now that Shiva Leela impossible now what to do? So who can really act? Actually, Gadadhar is Ramakrishna Paramahansa. His earlier name was Gadadhar. Okay, so Gadadhar was people knew that he was expert in mimicry also. So they told that this boy can act as Shiva, no problem. And so they said that at least Shiva Leela will go. तो ये 11 साल के गदाधर को लेके आए और वो स्टेज में ग्रीन रूम में गए and whole day he was taking the name of Shiva even at that age. And they said तो उनको जो वलकल पहना दिए, व्याघ्राजिन पहना दिए, भस्म लगा दिए और पूरे और रुद्राक्ष की माला पहना दिए और वो सब होने के बाद he went into समाधि, he went into ecstasy. अब शिवलीला तो चली गई है और all those people they saw Shiva in him. They lined up in order to have darshan of actual Shiva. ये अचानक घटना घट गई. Actually वो अचानक नहीं थी because he must have done lot of sadhana in previous life. But that is what jatityeva real. जटित्येव यदुद्भूतम ज्ञानम तस्मिन् दृढ़ाश्रये. अचानक ऐसी कुछ बात हो जाती है जिसके वजह से पराविद्या अपने अंदर प्रवेश करती है. अनेक साधु संतों का ये अनुभव है कि अचानक ये सब हो जाता है. So that is also one of, and when that happens, automatically there will be pranaspanda nirodha. Now 23. चिरम कालम मृते कांतम व्योमिन संविद संवेदनान्मुने अवासान मनोध्यानात् प्राणस्पंदो निरुध्यते. The livelong practice of seeing a simple vacuity within oneself and freeing the mind from all its thoughts and desire objects serves to stop fluctuations of the mind. So this is also another thing which has been told. मतलब हृदयाकाश में जो शून्याकाश है, चिरम कालम ऋते कांतम व्योमवत संवेद. So you have to take your vision inward and go to the heart center, and inside the heart center there is Chidakasha. It is Akasha. It is Vyoma. It is called as Vyoma. It is actually a space inside. It is a vacuity inside. It is a kind of shunya inside. Okay. So avasan manodhyanat pranaspando niruddhate. So if you, and freeing the mind from all its thoughts and desired objects serves to stop the fluctuation of health. So चिदाकाश पर ध्यान अगर किया और चिदाकाश में जो शून्यता है उसके साथ अगर मनोलय कर लिया तो भी प्राणस्पंद निरोध हो जाता है, ऐसा इन्होंने कहा है. So there 31 and now only 5 minutes are there. We should have some time for question and answer. And after that Sri Rama's question begins about what is that heart you are speaking about. And there are two kinds of hearts. That discussion will come later on. कि दो प्रकार के हृदय कौन से होते हैं. हृदय क्या है, दो प्रकार के हृदय कौन से है, इस प्रकार का प्रश्न 32वें श्लोक से आ जाएगा. लेकिन यहाँ 16वें श्लोक से लेकर 18वें श्लोक से लेकर 31वें श्लोक तक अनेक प्रकार की साधना बताई गई. ये सारी साधनाएं प्राणस्पंद निरोध के लिए है. और क्यों प्राणस्पंद निरोध करता है? चित्त स्पंद निरोध के लिए. बिकॉज दे आर सो मच रिलेटेड, you know. Pranaspanda and Chitta Spanda, I told you last time also, they are the two sides of the same coin. In one of the chapters of Yoga Vasishta से चेतना के ये दो पहलू है. Pure consciousness has these two, you can say, aspects. One aspect is samvit, or what we call as savedana, or what we call as consciousness. And the other aspect is activity, pranaspanda. सो एक ही सिक्के के ये दो पहलू है, और उसमें से एक पहलू नियंत्रित हो गया तो दूसरा अपने आप नियंत्रित होता है. सो दैट इज द साइंस बिहाइंड इट. सो वी सॉ द डिफरेंट ways and means for prana spanda nirodha today, and I will stop here with Shanti mantra, but then the thing will be open for question answers. Om asato ma sadgamaya तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत.